The 55 portal isn't waiting for a perfect moment. It already began the moment your eyes open today. This isn't a future event you're preparing for, it's a present reality you're already inside of. While most portals are described with cosmic time markers, symbolic astrological degrees, or planetary retrogrades, the 55 portal defies the need for external confirmations. It doesn't require moon phases, planetary alignments, or midnight rituals to activate. The shift is energetic, immediate, and alive, and the fact that you're hearing this message right now is proof you're tuned into it. This portal opens from within. The moment your awareness touches it, it begins to expand. The energy is not waiting for permission to enter. It's already moving through your timeline, adjusting frequencies, and redirecting circumstances for your highest evolution. What's powerful about this energy is that it is subtle but relentless. You may not feel a loud boom or dramatic spiritual awakening, but pay attention. Notice the strange sense of urgency you're feeling today. The quickened thoughts, the internal nudges, the emotional clarity that wasn't there just yesterday. These are not random. The 55 portal is a gateway of immediate transformation and conscious elevation. It begins by making you hyper-aware of your inner blocks, your hidden longings, and the truths you've buried beneath daily survival. This is your invitation to step forward without needing a grand sign from the universe. Because the portal has already opened. You are already inside the shift, and what happens next will depend on how awake and intentional you choose to be from this point forward. Most people are unaware. As the world continues to move with its usual pace, meetings, errands, scrolling through social media, most people are missing the massive energetic wave unfolding in real time. The 55 portal is not obvious to the casual observer. It doesn't announce itself with dramatic fanfare. That's why it's easy to dismiss or overlook. But beneath the surface, there is a deep spiritual recalibration occurring. This portal is like a divine undercurrent, altering the flow of energy across timelines. And while it may look like an ordinary day to the unaware, those who are spiritually sensitive can feel the sacred tension rising. This is not the time to sleepwalk through life. The veil is thin. What you do, think, and focus on now matters in ways you may not yet fully understand. Think of today as a seed planting moment. The field is fertile, but most won't realize they're walking through sacred ground. If you're conscious, if you're tuning into this frequency, it means your soul has chosen awareness over apathy. You're being entrusted with knowledge most will miss. And because of that, you have an opportunity to co-create in alignment with divine timing. The energy of the 55 portal won't wait for collective approval. It is moving quickly and deliberately. And while others may brush off the shifts they feel or ignore the inner restlessness rising within, you are being called to go deeper. Pay attention. Stay open. Those who recognize the moment will receive what others never knew was even available. The unique power of the number 5. In the sacred language of numerology, the number 5 is not merely symbolic. It is a carrier of divine codes. It holds the frequency of transformation, freedom, movement, and breakthrough. The number 5 shows up when the soul is ready to evolve beyond its current container. It whispers that a change is coming, not in the far future, but now. And when this number repeats, its power compounds. On May 5, 2025 to May 5, 2025, we're not just experiencing a symbolic date. We are walking into a vibrational corridor of 555 energy. This is a quantum activation point. A rare energetic opening where personal timelines, soul contracts, and higher guidance align to propel you forward in your destiny. 555 energy brings the construction of something new, not in the physical world first, but in the energetic blueprint of your life. It's the dismantling of what no longer serves in order to build what your soul has been quietly craving. If you've been feeling restricted, boxed in, or suffocated by your current reality, this 555 alignment will crack open those walls. It is a vibrational invitation to step into divine rebellion, to break cycles, rewrite patterns, and move toward your purpose. But remember, this energy does not babysit your evolution. It gives you the tools and the charge, but you must act. You must say yes to the shift. On May 5, 2025, a new foundation is being poured, one rooted in freedom and divine motion. Will you build with it? Cosmic reciprocity is activated. We often talk about karma and universal law, but rarely do we experience its return in such sacred symmetry. During the 55 portal, the law of cosmic reciprocity becomes intensely active. This is not about karma in a punishing sense, it's about energetic balance. The universe is now responding to acts of love, kindness, generosity, and faith that were done in silence, with no audience or applause. If you have ever given when you had nothing left, stayed strong when you were breaking inside, or loved without being loved in return, this is your moment of restoration. You may not have seen the fruits of your endurance before, but energy never dies. It simply circles back in divine timing. That time is now. The portal honors the invisible, the moments you kept going when no one was watching. And it's important to understand that what's returning to you isn't a reward in the way the world defines it. It's alignment. It's recalibration. It's the universe returning energy to its rightful owner. Expect strange blessings, unsolicited opportunities, divine connections that seem to come out of nowhere. You are not being compensated, you are being realigned with what was always meant for you. Your acts of silent service have echoed across spiritual realms, and the 55 portal opens the gates for their return. Don't be surprised if you start receiving more than you asked for. This is the law of divine compensation, not as a transaction, but as a sacred correction. The portal pushes you out of stuckness. If you've been feeling paralyzed, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually, the 55 portal is here to break that cycle. This energy doesn't ask for permission, it disrupts stagnation. The number 5 is kinetic. It cannot exist in stillness. It brings movement where things have become stiff, transitions where there's been indecision, and divine pressure where there's been delay. If you've been hiding from your next step, you will now be gently, or not so gently, pushed into motion. This is the kind of portal that makes you uncomfortable enough to act. It rattles the cage of your own fears until you realize the door has been unlocked the whole time. The portal doesn't care about your comfort zone. It's here to restore your soul's momentum. This is your divine nudge to choose, act, risk, and believe. Whether it's a long-delayed decision, a necessary ending, or a long-overdue beginning, the time for waiting is over. Under the 55 vibration, hesitation becomes heavy, and non-movement becomes more painful than growth. You're being called into alignment with your future self, and sometimes that means being pushed out of the identity you've clung to out of fear. The portal isn't trying to harm you, it's freeing you. But freedom, at first, often feels like loss. Trust the discomfort. It's not punishment, it's propulsion. Internal disconnection is spiritual calibration. Have you felt distant lately, disconnected from people, uninterested in socializing, needing more silence than usual? That's not depression, isolation, or withdrawal. It's energetic insulation. The 55 portal is tuning your frequency, and for that to happen, external noise must be minimized. You are not being pushed away from people. You're being pulled closer to divine clarity. The disinterest in casual conversations or surface-level interaction is not a flaw. It's your soul craving spiritual nourishment. You are entering a chamber of internal realignment, and solitude is sacred in this process. Allow yourself to honor this disconnection as a divine assignment, not a dysfunction. During this portal, your inner world is being fine-tuned to receive higher downloads, spiritual direction, and soul-level guidance. The quiet you feel is fertile ground. You are not lost, you are becoming precise. Like a violin being tuned before a symphony, your soul is being prepared to play a different melody in the coming weeks. Trust the silence. Trust the detachment. Something sacred is building beneath your restlessness. This portal is removing distractions so that when the new opportunity comes, and it will, you will not miss it. You'll be too aligned to ignore it, too spiritually sharp to be swayed by old temptations. Your current stillness is preparation for sacred motion. Unexpected detours are actually realignments. Life might feel like it's throwing curveballs right now, plans falling through, people leaving unexpectedly, delays showing up where you expected smooth sailing. But don't rush to label these as setbacks. In the energy of the 55 portal, nothing is random. What feels like an interruption is often divine redirection. The universe is reconfiguring your path in real time, removing what no longer fits your vibration, and guiding you toward timelines more aligned with your soul's evolution. Detours under this portal aren't punishments. They are sacred recalibrations. The energy of 5 doesn't favor straight lines. It moves like water, fluid, intuitive, and willing to take the long route if it leads to truth. If something is being delayed or detoured during this time, trust that there is a higher intelligence behind it. The universe can see the energetic patterns we cannot. What may look like rejection is often a course correction. What may appear as loss may actually be making space for something your spirit has been silently asking for. The key is not to resist the redirection. Accept it. Move with it. Ask what it's trying to teach or show you. The 55 portal only detours you when a more powerful alignment is near, one that wouldn't be accessible on your current trajectory. So, don't panic when plans unravel. Instead, whisper, realignment is here, and step forward in faith. Manifestation energy is rapid. This portal is not like the others. The 55 frequency opens a manifestational vortex where thoughts, emotions, and intentions become instantly magnetic. During this time, the universe responds at lightning speed to your vibration. Not your words, not your wishes, but your energy. What you believe, expect, and focus on will show up with startling speed. This is both a blessing and a responsibility. If your energy is rooted in fear, scarcity, or doubt, you'll manifest confusion. But if you align with clarity, confidence, and divine trust, you'll begin to see doors opening where walls once stood. The manifestation window under this portal is intense, accelerated, and responsive, meaning you must become deliberate in how you're feeling and what you're thinking. This is a sacred time to revisit your vision, rewrite your affirmations, and upgrade your internal dialogue. You are not manifesting through effort, you're manifesting through embodiment. Act as though it's already done. Speak as though it's already yours. Feel as though it's already present. The 55 portal is like a divine amplifier. It doesn't create the energy, it magnifies what already exists within you. Be mindful of what you're feeding yourself energetically. The smallest thoughts can now ripple into physical reality. It's not magic, it's alignment. And during this time, alignment becomes destiny. So align consciously. Speak powerfully. Visualize boldly. This is the moment your manifestations can catch fire. Spiritual gifts are being activated. Under the influence of the 55 portal, many are experiencing the activation or enhancement of their spiritual gifts. You may notice heightened intuition, sharper dreams, prophetic visions, or the ability to sense energy more clearly than ever before. This is not an accident. The portal is thinning the veil between the physical and spiritual realms, allowing your soul's natural abilities to come to the surface. Some of these gifts may have been dormant within you for years, waiting for the right frequency to awaken them. This is that frequency. Your inner knowing is being turned on. Your third eye is becoming clearer. Your soul senses are expanding rapidly, and you may not know how to explain it, but you can feel it. The key during this time is not to question the gift, but to nurture it. Pay attention to the signs, numbers, synchronicities, emotions, visions. These are not hallucinations or coincidences, they are sacred breadcrumbs guiding you home to your divine self. If you've always felt a calling toward healing, energy work, divination, spiritual teaching, or soul guidance, consider this your confirmation. The gift you've been carrying is no longer sleeping. It's waking up and it's ready to be used. But remember, these gifts aren't for ego, attention, or status. They are tools for service. The more you use them to help, heal, uplift, and awaken others, the stronger they become. The 55 portal doesn't just give gifts, it reveals your spiritual assignment. Are you ready to carry it? You are entering a new timeline. The ultimate message of the 55 portal is this: you are not who you were yesterday. And you will not be who you are today, tomorrow. This portal marks the beginning of a timeline shift so profound, you may look back months from now and barely recognize the life you once lived. The decisions you make, the energy you embody, And the faith you carry from this point forward will determine which version of your future unfolds. And here's the most incredible part. This shift is not just personal. It's collective. Souls across the planet are awakening to their mission, their gifts, and their divine blueprint. You are not alone. You are stepping into a web of synchronicity, a soul grid of higher awareness. Everything is changing, and that change begins with you. You may not feel ready. You may feel uncertain or even overwhelmed by what lies ahead. But the portal didn't open because you were ready. It opened because your soul said yes. And that's enough. From here on, trust that every moment of doubt is a gateway to deeper faith. Every challenge is a training ground for your next level. You are not stepping into just another chapter. You are crossing into a new dimension of being, one where your past no longer defines you, and your future is shaped by your alignment, not your history. Walk forward boldly. The 55 portal has already opened the door. Now it's your turn to step through it, not as who you were, but as who you were always meant to become.